Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Bug Movie Talk. I hope everyone's good. I hope everyone's doing okay in this hot weather. I don't know if you can tell I look oily as hell because this is what I get like in this hot weather. It's horrible. But I hope everyone's having a good Monday afternoon, evening. And today it's a very exciting episode today because every episode so far this season has been returning people, and I always love to get new guests on. And this very lovely guy, Aiden, asked a month or so back here if he could come on, and I was so delighted because I love this guy's channel, and I was so happy to get him on. So let's bring him in from the Movie Insider. Hello.
Hey guys, what's going on? You okay?
Well, thank you for coming on first off, mate. As I say, I genuinely, I can't believe I haven't had you on sooner, to be honest.
Oh, don't worry. Thanks for having me on though. Now I've been looking forward to it for ages, so
Yeah, oh no, it's a pleasure. You know, I really have been enjoying your channel recently. And again, just to say this now, I'll say it at the end again. If anyone's watching and hasn't subscribed, links are in the description.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, so it's great to have you on. I mean, yeah, too hot, man, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't ask you about that. Have you got a fan on, or are you sitting there cooking?
I'm cooking, but we're always cooking. We're always cooking, so.
As I said to you backstage, I was really debating whether to turn my fan off. I don't know if anyone can hear it. I hope it's
not.
No,
I can't.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it wouldn't be too distracting, but I have to leave it on.
No, it sounds good. I can't hear it.
Oh, nice. Because I've put these things on my window because where the light comes in my room, I get the sun all day. And the bookshelf next to my window, I used to have some records in there, and like they've been there for about 2 years, and I got a bit of like color damage from the sun coming in. So I've put these new films on my window to stop that from happening. The only problem is it heats up so much more, and the room is so much hotter. So it's like a sweat box in here.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more difficult, but anyway, we're pushing on. So I've kept the fan on. But anyway, we'll crack on with some comments. We've got quite a few people. We've got 13 people watching. First up is Sam. Sam's always here. He's a great guy. Hi, James and Aiden. I hope you're doing well. I watched The Flash and thought it was okay. 6 out of 10 for me. Really like the idea behind it. Definitely a missed opportunity in my opinion. Yeah, have you seen The Flash yet?
Yeah. I think I give it a 6 out of 10 as well, to be fair. So similar score. Yeah.
I was slightly below. I gave it a 5.5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
completely fair.
Yeah. I think you can see good movie in there. I think. But for me, I just found it really quite messy, to be honest, which was a shame.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think Yeah, no, definitely. As well, like the early reviews didn't actually help much. I feel like I got a little bit too. I was expecting a lot more because of early reviews.
Yeah, it's like I kind of feel like they were paying people off, but say it was really good to get us to go and watch it, but bit disappointing for me.
Yeah, definitely. Because when people were saying it was the best comic book movie ever, I was like, oh, this might actually be good. And then I saw it, and it was like, oh, this is actually quite average.
I mean, it was definitely better than Shazam 2. So, I mean, yeah, there's always that to get the positives from.
I agree with that, to be fair. I thought Shazam 2 was so generic that, I give The Flash more credit than that.
Yeah, I agree.
Sam also added that he loved seeing Keaton back as Batman. I don't have that nostalgia for Keaton. Do you? Did you grow up with Keaton?
I grew up like with the whole DC franchise growing up. I loved the films. I wouldn't say I've got the like nostalgia. Like I weirdly loved Clooney's Batman as a kid.
Nice.
And then when you go back and watch them now, it's like I don't know why I did because he's not very good in that. But I did prefer him as a kid when I was growing up. So, but it was nice to see Keaton back. I know there's a lot of fans that went crazy for it, but I wasn't clapping or cheering when he come on screen or anything like that. So.
No, it didn't give me the same like I feel like No Way Home done a much better job of bringing in the older versions of the character, and I feel like No Way Home also used the other two Spider-Men a lot better than this film used Batman.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I did like Ben Affleck in this film. I thought that like opening sequence was actually quite cool. But yeah, I feel like Keaton's is a bit. I don't know. It's just he's a lot older, but yeah, he can still like drop kick people and stuff like that. It's a bit like.
Yeah, I must admit I'm much more. I prefer the Keaton films to a couple of the ones Ben Affleck's been in, but I really like Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and Batman. It's a shame that he didn't really get the best run, but well. We got Cameron B here. Hello, mate. Doing very well, thank you. And he says, "Did you see the Spider-Man 2 PS5 trailer? It looks amazing." Yes. Yep. You be getting that one first day?
Yeah, pre-ordered it. My friend, my good friend Callum, has pre-ordered the special edition, like collector set with the statue and stuff. And then
okay, nice.
I seen the price and I was like, no. So I just pre-ordered the game. You get like a comic, I think, and a little keychain. So that's the one that I pre-ordered as well, which is going to be a hopefully release day, if not earlier.
Very nice. Well, I must admit, I'm absolutely buzzing for that game. I'm just I've just platinumed the remastered one and 100%ed the first two DLC, so I've only got the third one to do. So
yeah, such a good game though. Like I love the first game as well. So good.
Oh yeah, and I really like the Miles Morales one. I platinumed that as well.
Yeah,
that was really good as well.
Yeah.
But what's the company called that make them?
Insomniac.
They're so good because I bought that Ratchet. Oh no, I didn't. Someone actually very kindly sent it to me. But I played that Ratchet and Clank one as well, and I thought that was excellent as well.
Yeah. I feel like we're getting Wolverine as well.
Is that next year?
Possibly next year. Yeah. Hopefully.
Be curious to see how they do that one. Like, I'm more curious to see where it's going to be set, and will there be Spider-Man references in it? Because I'm guessing they're set in the same universe.
Hopefully, yeah. It'd be pretty cool if they in like years to come, they've got this little universe of characters crossing over into games. It'd be pretty cool.
I love it in a minute because Spider-Man, you'd expect them to just do another Avenger probably next. I love the fact that they've gone with Wolverine. That seems like such an odd pairing if we see them come together. So I'm all for that.
Yeah, me too.
Did Tom Hanks redeem himself in A Man Called Otto after the Pinocchio train wreck? I actually haven't seen A Man Called Otto yet, but it is on my list of things to watch. I want to have it watched by the end of the year. Have you seen this one?
I have seen it. I've not seen Pinocchio, but I've heard that it was awful. And that was actually from you. I watched your video on it, and you put me off. I was like, I'm not going through it. But yeah, A Man Called Otto was really, really good. Definitely recommend it. Really, really good time.
Yeah, the trailers look really just sweet and innocent at the cinema. They played a Traveling Wilburys song in it as well. So I was like, this seems like something I'd really like. So yeah, I need to give that a watch. But
Tom Hanks is great. Yeah.
Oh, he's such a good actor. But I'm doing a little Pixar rewatch in a minute. I know it's just his voice, but the Toy Story films, his voice as Woody, it's
so good.
But yeah, with Pinocchio, the live action one, that was so bad.
I'm not gonna watch it.
You know what? I thought he was such good casting as Geppetto. I was like, he looks like him. I can hear the voice, and then he just put such a poor performance in, strangely. And it's weird because it was by the director who done Forrest Gump, and I think he done was it Castaway with Tom Hanks? Because they've worked together before and made great movies. So yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw that it was the director of Forrest Gump. It's like, how the hell has he gone from that to that?
Yeah, because Castaway is great as well. I watched that for the first time, I think last year, and that was so good.
Oh, I love that movie. Every time I watch it, I end up like completely swelling up at the end. That and Captain Phillips, them two things, those two always get me.
Yeah.
And Josh is here. Hello, mate. Watching Rushmore right now, and I'm loving it. Probably Wes Anderson's most normal and grounded film. but it's super unique and full of nuance. Yeah, have you seen Rushmore?
I haven't. No.
I like Rushmore a lot. It's a really good film, but it's actually one of the weaker ones for me personally. But I do agree it's one of his most grounded. But I think Bottle Rocket, his first film, is probably his most grounded. That one's a really interesting movie. And then David asked, this is aimed at me, I'm guessing. I gave Sisu 3 stars. But yeah, because that's what I thought it was worth. I did like the film. I liked it. Did you see that one?
I've not managed to get round to go in the cinema to see it yet, but maybe I think it's still on in Cineworld by me, so I might. There's a lot of films coming out in the next week, so it's crazy at the minute.
Yeah, it's so annoying. So I go away on Saturday. I'm only going away for like 6 days, but I'm gonna miss Asteroid City on its opening weekend, and I'm so excited to see that film. So I don't know if there's anything else out Friday.
Well, we've got so tomorrow by me there's a secret screening.
There is. I might try and go to that actually.
It could be Asteroid City. I'm not gonna say it's good. Like it could be 100%, but my guess is that, or maybe there's a new Disney one coming out. I think.
Is it Elemental? The Pixar one? Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly that. But then it's like, would Disney, take the risk of letting us see it early?
Yeah. That's a good point. To be fair, I want to see both of those. I'm hearing good things about Elemental and Indiana Jones now, because I think I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said what a PR or a marketing, but what a terrible marketing decision, to show them at the Cannes festival, because no offense to those people that go to that, they go for all these arty-farty films, which are great. They're great movies. But they're not the type of people that are going to enjoy Indiana Jones or Elemental. It was such a bad idea, because a few people have seen those films now, and they're saying they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard the first indie reviews were so bad, and I've heard now complete different stories. So
yeah,
definitely interesting.
Yeah, I think that was such a mistake on Disney's part. But no, I do want to see Elemental, and I really want to get to see Asteroid City. So I might try and go tomorrow evening.
It could pay off. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. Josh says, great to see Aiden on.
Thank you so much.
We got Tyler here. And we got Jim here. Hello, Jim. He's always a very loyal commenter. He comes over to my gaming streams because I never expect many views on those gaming streams, because I know that, most of the people come to me are movie people. But Jim's always there. Rushmore is great. Can't wait for Asteroid City. Absolutely. I recommend a film called Blackberry to you guys. One of the best movies of the year, about the creation of Blackberry. Hilarious, unique, with a Succession feel to it. Love it. I've heard about this film, but I have yet to see it. Have you seen this one?
No, I've not seen it. I'm pretty sure I've got a streaming app on my Fire Stick, and I'm pretty sure it's on that.
Yeah.
But I've just not had the time. I've been so busy with work, and just it's too hot to sit down and watch films. So.
Oh man, I know what you mean. Normally on the weekends I get quite a few films in when I'm at home, but I think I managed 2 films this weekend.
Yeah. If I'm trying to watch a film at the minute, I'm trying to stay up as late as I can, and then just try and chill out for a bit. But
yeah, I mean, the only time I sat down on the sofa to watch something this weekend, me and my family tried to watch Toy Story 2, and it got too hot, so we all sort of got up, and then I'll come up here, sat on the PlayStation for a bit. But the only time I sat down in front of TV this weekend was to watch the Formula One, which was nearly 2 hours. And I'm a big Formula One fan, so I had to sit there and watch the race. But I was dying by the end of it. I was sweating. I was like, no, I'm done now. I'm going to go have a cold shower. Tin and Sonic says, evening. There's a Kraven trailer out now as well.
Yeah, I think 10 minutes before the stream started, I seen a couple of screenshots from it. So it must have just dropped, but hopefully when we jump off, it'll be there waiting for us.
Yeah, I've actually heard that the director's okay, and I can't remember whether it was just some early screening. It was I just heard that it actually is meant to be. It's looking okay, this one.
Yeah. I hope so.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm just haven't been a fan of these Sony ones so far. You know, the Venoms or the Morbius.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
trying to be very cautious on this one.
I still buy them. I buy them, but
Oh no, I can't lie. I bought the first Venom because I thought that one was watchable, but I couldn't bring myself to get the other two. But you never know. Maybe one day.
maybe.
Rank the American Pie films. Oh, have you got a ranking for those?
Do you know what? I've not ranked them yet, but
Uh,
I watched them for the first time, like maybe January or February this year.
Oh, pretty recent.
Like recently. So I could probably rank them, but I'd have to look at them first. But I did love them. I thought they were so good.
Yeah,
so funny. Like
they are really funny films. I don't know. I don't even know how I'd rank them because they're all kind of on the same level for me. Like if I was to rate them, they'd all get similar scores. I think.
Yeah, they're so fun.
I think maybe one's the best. I think, and then for me, I've got a soft spot for the reunion, so I'll probably go that next.
Is that the fourth one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
And then I'd probably go 2, then the wedding last. Even though the wedding has like the best scene, the bit where he has to eat the shit.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's so rewatchable. Like it's like the Hangover franchise. You can just stick it on and just watch it and have fun.
I used to watch them all the time when I was like at secondary school because it was basically just like the American In-Betweeners sort of thing. It was really good.
I honestly don't know how I like let it go because I'm 26 now, but I watched them when I was 25. I was like, I don't know how I let it. I think it was far. Like crazy. So
I actually vaguely remember like when I must have been about 15, 16, and I was like watching the In-Betweeners and stuff. I think it was actually my dad that went, "Oh, you like that? You should watch these films."
Yeah,
it's like 15-year-old. He's like, "Oh, jeez." But yeah, they're good. They're good movies. They're good fun. Yeah. Cameron says, "I have I found my old PSP with Star Wars Battlefront 2 on. Very nice. What a game!
Great game."
Hang on, it is. Look at this. Look at it right here on my PlayStation 2. Still got it.
Nice. I love that game growing up. So good.
Same here. I feel like that is like the game I probably put the most of my time ever into. I've literally got my PS2 set up just for that. Really.
I don't blame you. It's like I think the Jedi versus Sith mode is just so good.
It's in Mos Eisley's, isn't it? And you load it up and you get all of them. Yeah, see, I wish the new Battlefront would do that. I don't care if there's like 4 Darth Vaders running around. It's like it's a game.
Yeah, it was just so fun. It was like I kind of hoped that the new games brought that across with them. Like when it was first announced, I was so hoping for it, and they never did it. It was like, oh,
yeah, it's a shame the way the new Battlefronts went. Don't get me wrong. Now the Battlefront 2's all done, and we've got all. I feel like it's a great game now. The first one was quite disappointing, and then
I didn't like it.
No, I bought my PS4 for that game.
Yeah,
I didn't have a PS4, and I was like, "Oh, new Star Wars game! I've got to buy the PlayStation so I can play it." And it was so disappointing.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing. It was like a console like bundle. I got the game with the console.
Yeah, it was
and like a bunch of others. I got like the Bounty Hunter game. I got Jedi Fighter with it. It was like pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I say the second one when it dropped, I liked it because we had the prequels on there and stuff. So it was like, oh, there's a bit more to do, but it was still disappointing. But when all the updates were done, I'd say we have a very good game finally.
Yeah. Have you played the new Jedi one?
I have. Yeah, I finished it about just over a week ago. I think I finished it. Probably. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was a little bit underwhelmed though with the story, I think.
Yeah, I thought the story went very quick. Like the end point, you got to it very quickly compared to the first game.
Yeah.
But like, despite that, I just want to see Cal in live action. I'm like, oh, please.
Yeah.
he's so cool.
I think we'll get him. I don't know when, because I feel like they've got to do the third game before he pops up, because I think they've said it's just going to be a trilogy. Yeah. And the problem, if he pops up in like I don't know, the Ahsoka series, and he's at Luke's temple or something. It's like, well, we know he's going to survive the third game because that'll probably be set before then.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
feel like they got to do the game before we see him in live action.
yeah. Hopefully one day we'll get him, but because he's such a great actor as well. He was in Gotham.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah,
Jerome, weren't he? Jerome Joker.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he is a good actor, really good actor. It's annoying actually because we were when I was at Star Wars Celebration, when he come out on stage, me and my friends were having lunch at that point, so we just missed him.
Oh, Gotham.
Josh put seeing Asteroid City on Friday or tomorrow, depending on what the screen unseen thing is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm really gonna push to go tomorrow. I got to convince my friends. That's the thing. I could go on my own like a grown up, but I don't like doing that. So
I don't mind. I've never been to a secret screening before, so it's normally they give you clues, but this time it's just like nothing. No clues at all.
I've not been to one either, but yeah, like I everyone's been saying it's between Asteroid City and Elemental, and I'm like, I'd rather see Asteroid City, but I'll still be happy if it's Elemental. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I do want to go. I will be pushing. We got there's like 6 of me and my friends who have got the unlimited card, so we got like a little WhatsApp chat. So
yeah, oh cool.
I'll be in there tonight pushing to go to that. I prefer Shazam 2 to The Flash, but I don't like either of them. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd say I preferred The Flash, but
yeah,
honestly, for me, like The Flash is a 5.5 out of 10, and Shazam I'd probably give a 5 to. So there's really not much in it.
Yeah, I think for me, like Shazam 2, like the script, the writing was so bad. Like some of the dialogue, like I don't want to give any spoilers away, but there's one line for me, and that was it. Once that line was delivered, I was done.
Yeah.
And it involved food as well. I was like,
yeah, I think I know which one you're on about, but yeah, there's oh dear, yeah, not a very good movie. Are you excited about the Joaquin Phoenix and Ridley Scott Napoleon film coming out in November? I'm gonna be honest. I'll probably see it, but I wouldn't say I'm excited for it. I don't know. Me and Ridley Scott have a very on-off relationship, and I don't know. Joaquin Phoenix isn't one of those actors I get super excited about myself. I know that a lot of people do, but he's just not one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, he's in some great movies. I mean, like, I'm not super excited, but I'm looking forward to going to the cinema and catching it. But yeah, Joker 2 is the one that I'm looking ahead. That's what I'm excited to see from him.
I'm really curious about Joker 2 because I don't know. You might have caught me saying this on a stream or a video before. I'm not the biggest fan of Joker, but the fact that Lady Gaga's in this and they've said it's going to be a musical, it's put a lot of people off. But for me, it's done the opposite. I'm actually a bit more intrigued about it.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, she did star as Born and like so good. Like, so yeah. I'm in for this film. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like it more than the first one, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. And like, I'm hoping we do get more Joker, because it was a very unique film. I think that's why it's so it's divided a lot of people up in whether they like it, whether they don't. Is it a superhero film? Well, obviously, we know he's a villain, but it was so different and unique, and I feel like it was like ahead of its time as well. But
yeah, it felt very throwbacky at the same time to like the Dark Knight style. I thought of like how Gotham looked and stuff, which was
pretty cool.
Yeah, but no, I'll still go see this Napoleon film though.
Yeah,
sure. I see. I saw both of Ridley Scott's. Well, it wasn't last year. It was the year before. He had House of Gucci and The Last Duel out, weren't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw both his films in cinema, so I'm sure I'll see this one.
Yeah.
And Marvelous asked about the Kraven trailer. Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. We just come out just before we went live, so yeah, maybe we'll answer that one next time for you. Have you seen Martin Scorsese's Silence with Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver, and Liam Neeson?
Haven't, haven't, and I really want to because I love Adam Driver as well. So
he's a really good actor. I love all three of those actors, to be fair. And I watched it for the first time about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And I loved how it started. The sets and the costumes and the whole production design. There's some overhead CGI shots as well, which were just incredible. And I was so invested in this, this movie. And then they sort of go out on this journey, this adventure, and it starts off really well. And it's about an hour into it, not much is happening, and then you realize you've got another hour and a half left, and not much else happens.
Yeah, it's quite a long film.
Yeah, it's such a shame. It started so well for me, but it ended up being one of Scorsese's weaker films, I think. It's still a good film. The production value is
Great
enough.
cop. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just, I was a bit bored for the second half of it, I'll say.
Oh, that's a shame, that.
Yeah. Marvelous asks, I don't know how to exactly feel about it, as it seems like a Morbius 2.0. Oh, I'm guessing that's on the Kraven trailer.
Oh. Well, that's the first comment we've had, and it's not a good one. It's not a good start for us.
I swear it I swear it had like a decent director attached to it, though. I can't remember.
It's Sony, though, isn't it? Like it's like we were saying earlier. They're so hit and miss, these films, and
yeah,
I'm gonna say hit. Like maybe Venom. After that, it just goes.
Yeah, Venom. As I say, I didn't like that film, but it was watchable. But the Venom 2 and Morbius, God, they were so bad.
It's like there's so much potential. There's the reason the fact Sony still have part and parts with Spider-Man. How can they be so? I know it's MCU stuff, but they're so good. And then the Sonyverse stuff is just so bad.
There's the thing as well, like the Spider-Verse films are just like incredible.
Well,
and
yeah, exactly.
And you look at their live action stuff, and it's like, what is going wrong? I just don't understand. But the thing is, the Venom films actually make money.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, there's people like us that will go and pay to watch these films. So that is why it makes money, and comic fans and movie fans. So it's
it's strange. Right? Funny enough, that I wasn't going to see Morbius, but we sort of tricked my mate into seeing it. He didn't want to see it. He was like, he loves Marvel, and he'd heard the reviews, and he doesn't like Jared Leto either. He was like, no, I'm not seeing it. We're like, okay. We told him we were going to see this other film, Operation Mincemeat, I think it was called.
Oh yeah.
Still haven't seen the film, but we told him we were going to see that. So he turned up. I printed the tickets, gave him it, and then the guy obviously goes, right, you're in screen, blah blah blah, for Morbius, and he was like, what?
Oh.
But then, of course, the joke backfires. We'll laugh at him, go, you're going to see it. I was like, oh crap, we've got to sit for it as well.
Yeah. Wasn't a great film.
No, not at all. You guys getting John Wick 4 edition on 4K? Picked up the lovely HMV Cine edition. Really awesome set. Oh, did you pick that one up?
Haven't, no. I really love the HMV like first editions and Cine editions. And I missed out on the Last Night in Soho one, and I kick myself every day for it because it looks so nice. And
is that white cover one?
Yeah.
And
like it was in my basket, and I was like, oh, I'll get it tomorrow. I'll get it on Friday. And then I went on Friday to get it, and I was like, oh. So it's like, I do love those editions, but I don't own any John Wicks at the minute. So maybe get the 4K like set, maybe.
Yeah. See, I can relate to that, by the way, because I wanted to get The Witch Second Sight box set.
Me too.
See, I wasn't going to get Texas Chainsaw Massacre on that series on release date. And then also I remembered, I was like, no, James, remember how upset you got when you couldn't get the Witch set? So I was like, I'm gonna get the Texas Chainsaw one.
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
Yeah. Learnt lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I have John Wick 1 through 3 on Blu-ray, regular Blu-ray. They're actually in my hallway, I think. And I love those movies. and I absolutely loved the full film. I really loved it. It's one of my favorites of the year. But I don't like this cine edition because it's like a really thin card and you have to like open the top up and it like creases the packaging. So I thought I'm not going to get that because it looks really cheap. I thought I'll get the set with all four in 4K.
Yeah.
But then that's just in like a single, you know, like case with a slip, all four films. And I'm like, well, that looks cheap as well. So I don't really know what to do. I was hoping they'd do like a nice set with all four in, you know, like a nice digipack or something.
So it's like this one then, isn't it? It's like the Jurassic World trilogy one.
Yeah, see, I hate that. It's just so. Don't get me wrong. My Jurassic World trilogy box set sucks as well. I bought the one with all six in. And look at that.
Yeah. I remember that unboxing video. Yeah.
God, it was like £60. I opened it and I was so upset, to be honest. But yeah, I try not to buy stuff where it's like if I don't like the packaging, it's like I'm just gonna wait. Hopefully, in another 5 years, I'll get luckier.
That's the way to think about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to be very like about 5 years ago. I used to be trigger happy, like need to have everything. But now it's like no, I'll just wait till an edition comes out that I like.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
I should do the same with Avatar because I don't like the A on the spine.
Oh yeah.
But I thought I can't be that picky.
I've not ordered those yet, to be fair.
Oh, have you?
No, I picked up at someone over there, my Blu-ray shelf, just Avatar last year.
Yeah.
But obviously with the 4Ks, they're going to look amazing. So I just don't know what to get, really, Steelbook or just the Yamare.
Yeah. See, because I don't collect steelbooks, I do not have this issue, thankfully. Because I can imagine it's quite a, you know, what one to get. I can imagine it's in a bit of an annoying decision to make. But what's frustrating about this Avatar releases is that the first film comes out like the 10th of July or something. Yeah. The second one comes out this month on the 23rd or 24th. So it's like, do I just watch the first one on Disney Plus and then watch the second one on 4K?
That's it. I've seen a few people that have like received it already, which is super.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I can't wait to see how good that film looks in 4K, though.
Yeah, me too. I don't really get things like that early. I think like in recent times, I got the Star Wars game that we were talking about. I got that like the day before. And
I was really?
Like, yeah, it was pre-ordered with Amazon and it came at like 4 o'clock, and I was like, "What the hell?" Very weird, but
that is. All of my stuff comes so late in the evening. The only thing I've got early, recent memory, was Shazam 2.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, exactly. I only bought it because I have every Marvel and DC film. So it's like, I had to, I'll buy The Flash as well.
Completionist. We've got to do it.
I had to spend £25 on I didn't have to, but I spent £25 on Ant-Man Quantumania. It was a bit upsetting, but anyway, did it.
Yeah. Oh well, at least you've got the slip as well, though.
That's true. It's a nice slip. Slip.
It is, yeah.
Tinasonic says, I saw The Flash this weekend. Wasn't for me and felt Keaton was poorly used. Also, didn't really do the whole Universal reset. Felt like a cliffhanger ending over a send-off for the DCU. I completely agree with that comment, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
And it is a I wanted that DC reset. I wanted it to feel like that's it. These characters are done. We're on to the next thing. But it really didn't feel like that.
No, especially with again, like no spoilers for people. There is a clip at the end, and that was no close of the chapter. If anything, it was just a waste of time. It was just weird, really, really weird.
Yeah, it's. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm just hoping that I'm fully expecting. See, I've heard that Aquaman is terrible from the test screenings, and I can't lie. I feel like I'm alone here. Everyone seems to really like the Blue Beetle trailer. I wasn't much of a fan myself. I feel like we've just got to get through these two. I'm really hoping then with James Gunn's DC stuff, we're on the right path.
Yeah, I quite like the trailer for Blue Beetle, and from what I've heard, there's a rumor going around that James Gunn wants to keep that character going forward.
Yeah.
So it's very confusing. Like, it's just to pinpoint. Is it in the DCU or is it in the DCU? Like, it's very, very, very odd.
I'm guessing in that movie there's going to be no mention of any of the other Justice League members, so James Gunn could just nick him.
Well, yeah. In the trailer, the dad mentioned Batman. And
does he?
Yeah,
Okay.
like right at the end, he calls Batman a fascist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, then again, this James Gunn Batman film that's coming out is it's an older Batman, isn't it? I think, and he got Robin in it or something. So, but yeah, no. Honestly, every person I've spoken to about Blue Beetle really liked the trailer. I am like the only person on the planet at the minute, I think, who was like, I didn't really like that much. Every time it comes down in the cinema, my mates sort of bully me a bit for not liking it. Anyway, Felix, do you have Letterboxd?
Yep. It's just my username, The Movie Insider.
Yeah, I forget what mine is because I have my movie bug picture, but it might be under my actual name, James Lack, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I use it so much, Letterboxd. It's kind of bad.
I feel like you're on the movie bug.
Yeah, I think I might. I tried to change it at one point, and I think I made it worse.
It's so good though. It's like one of the best apps that I've got. It really is helpful.
Yeah, helpful is definitely the best way to describe that app because it's just good to go back and remind yourself of the films that you like, and like ranking videos on YouTube and stuff. It's so helpful for.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I use it so much. I think I logged 3 films today. Because I had a very slow day at the office today, so just put my headphones in, just pop it up by my computer so no one can see it. And yeah, I finished off we were saying backstage, I finished off the Transformers movie today, so I gotta log that as well at some point. So I'll be back on it this evening. Apparently, Kraven the Hunter is R-rated. But in all honesty, I have lost faith in Sony Spider-Man universe. I don't want to think. Well, I R-rated. Does Kraven? I don't know much about Kraven, to be honest. Whether he needs to be R-rated or not, I don't know.
Yeah, he's one of like Spider-Man's like most, like in terms of rivals that he's got in the comics and like the animated series. He's quite up there as being one of the most famous villains with Spider-Man, especially like the symbiote Spider-Man as well.
Yeah.
But R-rated is that because the thing is, because Sony's not done it before, can they pull it off? Like they can't even pull off a regular movie, so it's like
no. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know. It's just, if it was any other studio, I'd be really curious. It's just because it's Sony and it's set in this Spider-Man universe they got going.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I am excited to see Kraven though. Get to know him a bit this year because obviously we got the film. Well, is the film this year or is it next year?
I'm not actually sure because we've got Madam Web, but that's next year. So Kraven could be late this year.
Yeah, well, Kraven, we're getting that, and obviously we're going to get him on the game. So I'm really excited because at the minute, all I know of Kraven is that he hunts Spider-Man, and he appears in the purple sky bit in No Way Home, don't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
so,
he's a menace. He's a menace of a character. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to learning about him. To be fair, especially in that game. But David, would you consider the Tom Cruise film Edge of Tomorrow a masterpiece? I don't know if I'd say it's a masterpiece, but it's a bloody good film, I'd say.
Yeah, very good movie.
It was one of those, when I put it on, I didn't know, because I didn't see that at the cinema. I think it was one of those that I just caught on TV one day, and it was like, I didn't realize it was like a time loop thing. I thought it was just Tom Cruise sci-fi. And then the time loop thing started happening. I was like, oh, okay, this is very interesting.
Good fun, and like Tom Cruise is so good. He is. Yeah. He's just like, he's so cool, isn't he?
He's honestly like, when it comes to like those cool action hero actors, I think he's got to be the best one.
Yeah. 100%. He was like one of those actors that I just didn't watch that much of, and then over like the recent year, I've just tried to watch as many films with him as I can. I've never watched, from recent memory, any Mission Impossible films.
Oh well.
So
Then
I'm going to dive right in. Hopefully
yeah.
next week. They were on Prime and they got taken off, so that's a bit of a disappointment. But I'll find them somewhere to
yeah.
watch.
Oh no. Well, honestly, I'm doing my Mission Impossible rewatch at the minute in preparation for the new one. I'm going for. I've got this little pack here with the first 3 in.
Nice.
I've done the first 2. The first 2 are good. And 3's good, but man, when you get onto the later 3, they're so good. This one, the last one, Fallout with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
This is like one of the best action movies ever made. It's unbelievable how they get better.
So weird. I think I might have seen the first 2 when I was like really small, but like recent years, I've never ever gone, "Oh, I'm going to sit down and watch them." But when I seen the new trailer, I was like, "Wow!" Like, like I said, I've watched a lot of Tom Cruise films. I was like, I need to watch this franchise because it looks like a bit of me. So I'm looking forward to it.
In every film, in the later ones, he's always doing something like ridiculous. Like in the 4th one, he's climbing up is it the Burj Khalifa? Is that what the building's called? Yeah. Climbing up that, and then the 5th one, he's literally on the side of a plane while it takes off. I can't remember what he does in Fallout, but in the new one, he's got that huge ramp where he jumps off on the motorbike, and it's like, this man is just desperate to kill himself. I'm certain of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's unbelievable. But those Mission Impossible films are so good. They're so good. Jim says, sorry, I won't be able to stay for too long. I'm seeing The Flash. Good luck. By the time you'll read this in the cinema, I'll catch up on that. Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you for catching it on the playback, mate. Have either of you been to the town where Empire of Light is set?
I don't think so. I've not seen the film yet, so I'm not quite sure where it is set, actually.
I can't remember the town it was meant to be set in, to be honest. It's a. Do you know what's really weird? When it's come on Disney Plus, I looked at its scores on Letterboxd. It's only got like a 3.1 or something. I knew it had gone up for awards, and I was so confused. I was like, why is the score so low? And I watched it, and I'm still confused why the score's so low, because I really enjoyed that movie. Yeah.
It's one that I'm going to watch, hopefully, soon. I know it came out, like, cinema maybe January time, so...
Yeah, it's one
of those, a lot on at that time.
It's like a very seaside-y town cinema. I think it's set in the 70s, I think it was, maybe 60s. And it's just like when my nana granddad used to take me away, like staying caravans and stuff when I was really young. Used to go to like seaside towns like that a lot. So it was just very nostalgic, almost like bringing back memories, which is why I think I loved it a lot. But some people didn't like it much, apparently.
Hopefully, he can let us know where the town was, because I've not seen it. I don't know whether it's local or not. So
no, I'm not sure.
Could be.
Did you grow up with the Bash Bandicoot games? Sorry, I couldn't speak there. All the Spyro games.
Crash Bandicoot, yeah.
I had a couple Crash Bandicoot games. Spyro, I've only just recently picked up that Switch thing where it's got like 3 of the games in.
Yeah, like trilogy, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm pretty new to Spyro, but my friend Ryan, who I do my podcast with, loves Spyro. Crash Bandicoot, I used to have a couple, but I never got massively into them. How about you?
Yeah, I think I had the first 2 on PlayStation. But, I played them, but there was so many of the games that I'd rather put on.
Yeah.
Mainly like Lego Star Wars, and there was a Revenge of the Sith one that was really good as well. So
I've got all of them right here. I'm looking at them right next to me. Literally, I've got 5 PlayStation 2 games still in my bedroom. I've got the 2 Battlefronts, the 2 Lego Star Wars games, and the Revenge of the Sith one.
Yeah. Oh god, there was that ending as well. That was a different ending to the game, and it was so cool.
Obi-Wan, I think, was it?
Yeah, and then he gets given the red saber, and it's just so good.
It was cool. Yeah, I used to love that game. Although I still find it crazy. I didn't get the game on release back then. I don't even know when I got it. My parents just got it for me for Christmas one year, probably.
Yeah.
But I find it crazy they released the game like 2 weeks before the movie came out.
Yeah, and it was one of those games like it followed the film, so it was almost like for like the same. It was a strange strategy to release it early, but
I'm not sure what they were thinking there. Sam asks, Aiden, who are your favorite bands / artists?
Ooh, favorite bands. Hard on for bands. I don't really listen to a lot of bands at the minute. My playlist is like all over the place, really. I do love movie soundtracks. That's like my kind of go-to at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that I collect vinyl now, but I've started getting a few pieces.
Yeah, there's the soundtrack stuff.
Yeah, like just soundtracks. I've kind of said to myself, like, I've got my phone for like me other music, like my car and stuff like that. So I thought, just soundtracks I'll pick up. But there's one for Tick Tick Boom that I really want to get because like that movie's so good, and I've watched it a few times. Like so.
Yeah, I've got that 3090 song on my playlist still. I think I love that one.
It's so fun. But artists, I like a lot of like variety. So bit like Kendrick Lamar. I love Harry Styles at the minute as well.
Oh, he's great. I never. You go back in time 10 years ago. I said you're gonna love Harry Styles. I'd have been like, no way.
I know it's really strange. There's the other one from One Direction, Niall as well. His newest album that's just come out. Really good. Like
really.
Well, his first one, it was like it was okay, but he's kind of found his own like kind of style of music, and it's pretty good. So they're kind of two artists that I'm listening to like at the minute.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. I've got on my I've got like 10 playlists on my phone, but I do have a movie one as well, and I just love like it's more like score movie pieces. I'll be like watching, like when I come out of Babylon, for example, I immediately went and put that opening song from Babylon with the saxophone on my score playlist because it was just so catchy.
Yeah, I know like some of the vinyls do have the score on as well. I think it just depends like what like edition you buy.
Yeah. The Guardians films used to do it really well. I used to release 2 versions. There was one with a cassette on the cover where it was just the songs. Now they release another version. And you can always find them in HMV. Both versions were easily accessible.
Yeah.
One had you get the vinyl with the songs on still, and then you get the vinyl with the actual score on. So it was like that was quite cool because you get the music, you get both sides of the music with that. Okay, what are your 4 favorite movies you've chosen on your Letterboxd profile? Well, mine is the original Star Wars. Then it is 2001: Space Odyssey. I have Jurassic Park on there. I always struggle with the 4th one. Them 3, I think, will stay there forever. At the minute, I've got Lawrence of Arabia on there as well. Because to be fair, that is like an absolute masterpiece. That I always sort of switch that one in and out. But I think Star Wars, 2001, Jurassic Park will always be there for me.
Nice. Good choices. I'm going to have to get David to follow me so that later I can go and do it because I don't think I have.
Oh, haven't you?
No, I'll very rarely review a film on there. I'll only review a film if I've got something to say about that film.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got to like write it out. So when I like log a movie, it's so like I'll log a movie that I've been to cinema to see just so that I kind of know per month how many times I'm going.
Yeah.
And then like, I'll just like what then I do for my other films, I just make a list. So like, I kind of do films for each month and then like the year ranking stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely need to favorite a few for that. Like I know what David means. You can favorite like 4, can't you?
Yeah. I think you go in like the settings on your edit profile page.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to think of 4, I mean, is that why you can have 4 films?
It's just 4, yeah. And I tell you what, it's really cool actually, because like the people who run Letterboxd have been going to red carpets and interviewing people, and they'll be going, "What's your 4 films?"
Yeah, you know what? I've seen those on like YouTube Shorts and stuff like that.
They're really good to watch actually. It gives you a bit of an insight on the actors, I think, what they watch. But
yeah, 4 films. I think I'd definitely say Return of the King.
Oh, that was on mine. That was in the 4th place on mine at one point.
Yeah, I'd go Return of the King, probably Empire Strikes Back, Infinity War, just because I just to this day I love it. I just think it's so well done. 12 years of films built into that, so I'd say that.
You know, anyone who's going to knock those 2 Avengers films, you know, it's like I've never seen anything pull off an ending as well as that.
Yeah.
Or a conclusion to that story.
Exactly. And then the 4th one, I think just off the top of my head, if I had to just pick another one, like a random film, just for now, Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Great movie. Great movie.
I've got like the standard release Blu-ray for that, and then I found the Steelbook last year. Found it in Manchester in CEX, and it was brand new with like a little J card, and it was like it was so cheap, like I had to buy it. So I love that movie, so good.
It's really good. That was one of my lockdown films. It was me and a few of my mates. We'd go on Zoom during lockdown. We'd all like hit play at the same time. We'd always try and pick films we hadn't seen.
Yeah, cool.
And that was one of them, and it ended, and we were all just like, wow, that was really good.
Yeah, it's like phenomenal. Probably like one of his best films as well.
Yeah, we went on a massive Jake Gyllenhaal craze. We had that one, Prisoners.
Oh yeah,
also loved. And then this is where I get really controversial. But my 2 friends thought the same as me, so I don't know if maybe we're all just bouncing each other's energy off one another. We went with Donnie Darko, and we were all a bit like, we didn't love it.
Yeah, it's a weird film. And not for everyone either. So
I do want to give it another go, because next time I watch it by myself. Because I think to be fair, you know, we'd all sit there in silence for about an hour watching the movie, and then all of a sudden one of us just went about halfway through the film, are you guys enjoying this? And it was a domino effect. It was like, yeah, I don't think I am much.
Yeah. So, yeah,
but so if I watch it by myself, I get a different perspective. So Josh says, a man called Otto is far more depressing than it leads on. Oh, it's not a bad film at all. I just felt pretty numb by the end. Oh.
Yeah.
He's good at doing that, Tom Hanks, isn't he, actually?
Yeah, the trailer was very, I don't want to say misleading, but that's the only word I can think of. My colleague in work was like, oh, I'm going to the cinema tonight to see the film about the cat. And I was like, the film about the cat?
Yeah.
And then when she showed me the trailer, I was like, it's not about a cat at all. So I can see what she means by the trailer was just showing his cat and stuff. But yeah, it looked like it was going to be a fun time. Like a heartwarming, and it was, but yeah, the ends. Get your tissues ready.
Yeah, no, I do want to watch that. I say I like Tom Hanks. I'll be watching for him, so I'm looking forward to it. Would it have been a good idea to have Short Round from Temple of Doom to make a cameo in subsequent Indiana Jones film? I think it would have been nice, but I think the thing is that actor who played him blew up again after they'd already filmed it all. So I can imagine if he'd blown up before they started filming and while they were writing, I definitely think they would have got him in for a cameo.
Yeah, that's the thing now, though, isn't it? Like films feel the need to bring people like back and stuff, and I don't know. Sometimes it pays off and it's fantastic, and sometimes it's like just feels a bit cheap.
Yeah, I definitely. That's very much how The Flash felt, for example, with Keaton.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other cameos in it, without spoiling them, very cheap, I think. Very good way of putting it.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Because I don't know, have you ever watched The Flash, the TV show?
I got like halfway through season 3, I think.
Right.
So I done a bit, but I was watching it with Arrow, Legends, Supergirl. And it all just got too much for me. I was like, there's too much. I'm tapping out.
Yeah. Because in The Flash, they kind of do like Flashpoint, and then they do like Crisis as well. And they tease other worlds and characters in that. And the cameos are so well done. For a TV show, for a TV show with a low budget, very well done. And then The Flash, the movie comes out, and I was sat there thinking, it should have been a lot better, and it was, yeah. I think honestly, at one point, I was like maybe a 7 or an 8, and I was like, you know what, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it, but is it a good movie?
Mm-hmm.
And then when that ending and all the cameos, I was like, it's too much filler, and they're doing it for the sake of it, sort of thing. And then I was like, no, it's a 6 at best, So yeah.
The thing I find crazy about the like these two Flashes is that they got cast like a month apart from one another, didn't they?
Yeah.
And he's had what 10 seasons of this Flash show, the Grant
Yeah,
Gustin one?
like 9 seasons, I think. Yeah.
9 seasons, and we've only just got the movie, and it's not very good, and it's bombing at the box office.
Yeah.
Very, very strange.
How it is. It's weird. I weirdly remember I had this magazine, and God, it must have been like 15 years ago, and it was teasing. It was like upcoming films in like the next 5-6 years, whatever.
Yeah.
And it had the original date for Justice League on it.
And
it had like other like superhero films. And I remember seeing Justice League thinking, oh wow, like, that could be so cool.
Yeah.
And then I never thought that, all these years later in 2023, we'd be sat here talking about like the Flash movie being really bad. And it's like, such a shame.
It really is, because I'm not one of these huge Zack Snyder fans. I hate this little cult following he's got. But I love his idea behind his universe. Like, I thought Man of Steel was good. Batman v Superman is a very flawed film, but it's different, and I respect it because he was going in an interesting direction. And I really liked his Justice League. And it's a shame that DC have just now decided to go in such a generic route. Whereas at least Zack Snyder was being a bit ballsy. I'll give him credit there.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think obviously James Gunn's just getting started, and we've not even, we've seen Suicide Squad, very good film.
Yeah,
and Peacemaker was good as well, actually. So I'm hoping, and from what I've heard, he's completely rebuilding up. He's universe building. Hopefully, it will compete with Marvel films, because at the minute, even though Marvel films have definitely declined, I have to say that. They're still better than DC films, and it's just how it is.
Absolutely. Like, Guardians 3 for me walks light years above Shazam and The Flash. Absolutely. And then, if we're going to talk about the Sony stuff as well, then Spider-Verse is another leap ahead of that. That film was just unbelievable.
It was. I can't wait for next year's film as well.
Yeah, I'll be going opening day for that one. That's for sure. Cameron says, did you hear Inside Out is getting a TV series on Disney Plus? I didn't hear about the TV series, but I obviously heard about the movie sequel that's coming out, which actually seems like a logical one, I think. Good choice. Because Pixar, I don't want to slag off Toy Story 5 just yet, because I was slagging off Toy Story 4 before it come out, and then I really liked it. So I don't want to throw Toy Story 5 under the bus just yet, but I really wouldn't be upset if that film didn't happen. I mean, it's gonna, but if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be upset. Whereas Inside Out 2, that one makes sense to me. Like, they could definitely do more with those characters.
Yeah, Toy Story 4 was a really weird ending for me. Like, obviously they all go separate ways, and I was like, I just did not like that ending. I was like, oh. So like, now that they could be all meeting up again, it's like that film for me might change. I might go back and go, oh, okay, because I know further down the line we're all happy again, and we get the characters that we know and love all together again. And it sounds crazy saying that as an adult, but the films are so good. Like, I grew up with them, and I think they're amazing.
Yeah, I watched Toy Story 2. I finished it today. And it's such a good movie, man. I love the airport bit, and then when they're chasing the plane. Oh, they're really cracking movies. But yeah, I must admit, the Toy Story 4 ending, I know what you mean. I must admit, I bawled my eyes out the first time I saw it. It's like Buzz and Woody saying goodbye, but then it is very much like, I know that in the second one, Woody was going to go off to Japan in that toy shop, not in a museum, sorry. but Woody has just always very much been like, you need to go back to your kid and stuff. So it did feel a bit weird that all of a sudden he was like, nah, screw it, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. I was just scratching my head like, why is the film ending like this? It was just so. He just went off and left, and I was like, why? He's so pro Andy, and you know.
I know what you mean. I really like Toy Story 4 still. I do really like it. I think I gave it a 4 on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
But it is my least favorite of the Toy Story films. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Sam says Bottle Rocket is a very underrated. When I rewatched it in my local independent cinema, it really grew on me and gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's funny. When I first saw Bottle Rocket, like in 2014 or 15, when I really just... It was Grand Budapest Hotel. I watched that movie, and then all of a sudden I was like, I've got to watch every movie by this man, because I love Grand Budapest so much. I liked Bottle Rocket, but I didn't love it. And then I rewatched it last year, like October, November time, and I loved it on rewatch. I think that is a grower film for sure. What's been your favorite film of the year so far? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Spider-Verse film is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
If you've not seen it yet, go and watch it, guys. But for me, Guardians, it's just, I just think as a trilogy, it's fantastic. The emotions you feel for these CGI characters, like honestly, I know like Toy Story and animated films can be emotional as well, but I never ever thought I'd sit there like feeling so drawn to these characters, and the story was so well done.
Yeah,
I just think it's fantastic. The soundtrack's incredible as well. Some of the tunes that they managed to get in that film, I was like, this is just incredible.
Yeah,
I was so lucky enough to get the poster, actually, like the cinema poster for that film.
See, I think, do you go Cineworld or are you?
Yeah, I go Cineworld. Yeah,
we didn't get it. We got a Little Mermaid one.
Well, so I've got two here. I've got one from Earn and then one Guardians one, but it's the full like maxi size poster.
Oh, nice! Oh, lovely.
So I'm gonna get that framed up and stuff. But yeah, we didn't have any like little posters or anything. I just asked. Basically, said, "Look, I'm a huge fan. I know that you change posters like every other week, and I knew that there was some big films coming out. So I knew Guardians will slowly be coming out." And he said, "Yeah, we'll give you one." I was like,
"Oh, nice. What they do? Just like, do you just give them your number and then they just give you a call or something or text?"
So I think all Cineworlds that still have like the normal posters, they change over on a Thursday. So I tend to I try and go like on a Wednesday, like the last showing, and then when I come out at like 11 o'clock, I just ask them, and then they just take it out then for the next day. So
that's
well
good.
I've had two so far this year, and I think obviously the Spider-Verse one is, I've got my eyes on that already. So 100%.
A lot of my close friends, I used to go to university down in Bournemouth, and I used to go visit them every weekend. And when we go cinema, they used to have a big bin there. One of my mates telling me they used to have a bin. They used to just chuck all the posters in there.
Yeah,
they used to give loads of stuff out. Like a couple of my mates brought me back. I've got it in my Solo case. Like they used to have like the Sabut cards from Solo. They used to just give out loads of little things, but every movie poster they chuck in there. And you can literally just take what you want. I was like, why does my cinema not do that? I would take every poster.
Crazy. It's crazy. There's two Cineworlds that are fairly local to me. One of them is like really new and modern, so it's all like LED screens.
Yeah.
Like, no posters. But then this one, like right by like where I live now, is like old school, old seats. And they do have posters scattered around the whole venue, so it's kind of cool. And basically, through work, I managed to get in the back of a cinema one day.
Oh,
like, right. Long story with that, but I basically was in this office with the staff, and I was like, what is this? And it was like just what you said then, big box, huge box filled with posters and standees that basically they chuck out, and I'm like, wow. So that kind of prompted me to ask this cinema, if you're gonna throw them out, I'll have one, and they're so good. I mean, I found these in my local one as well. These little like.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few people post these actually.
Yeah. I've got like reversible, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, my cinema's got so bad with it because I've got like a folder up there. It's my autograph book, and at the front I've got all my autographs that I get from the Comic Cons. But then at the back, I put all the posters because it's a big book.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I was getting loads last year. Like I was getting like Matrix and all these random films like that, and they weren't just all like superhero movies. But this year, I think the only ones I got a Shazam one. I didn't even see The Little Mermaid, but I got a Little Mermaid one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Is there one more from this year? I think that's it. I think I've just got Shazam and Little Mermaid.
Yeah. If the next, I'm going tomorrow to see the, I don't know yet.
No.
Random film. But if they still have those little cards, I'll pick them up and I'll send them to you.
Oh, thanks, mate. Oh, you don't have to. It's up to you.
No, yeah, they're really cool to have. I mean, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh,
yeah, honestly, I mean, I don't know. My cinema, it's weird because mine is quite a big cinema, the one I go to. It's really weird that they never have like the posters out because I swear every other cinema, when I'm away in another city in the UK, because me and my mates go away for long weekends a lot, every cinema I go in, they always have posters. I swear it's just mine that never has any.
Yeah, it's weird. I remember that they did a Black Panther one and then there was a print error on it.
Oh,
so,
right.
We never got it. I think there was a spelling mistake or something, but the poster was so nice as well.
How was it?
Well, that was quite disappointing, but
yeah, I have got a couple nice posters out there. I've got to say the Shazam one was actually quite nice, where he's like pointing at the dragon and stuff. But the worst one I got, and I weren't a big fan of this movie anyway, so it didn't matter. I got a Thor: Love and Thunder one, where it's just a close up on his bicep with like the tattoo. I was like,
I've got it on the floor somewhere there.
Yeah.
And I've got the Black Adam one as well.
Did I get that? No, I did. I didn't think that one was too bad, actually, that poster.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's got like all the characters on it, like all the floating heads. So.
The Jurassic World one, I got that. I think there might have been a few for that. The one that I got was awful. It was Chris Pratt riding a horse, sorry.
Oh, no.
And there were like just 2 or 3 dinosaurs around him, but it was meant to be like they were going really fast. All the dinosaurs were blurred. It was like it's basically just Chris Pratt on a horse. It's like this does not look like a Jurassic Park poster.
I'd have left it there. I'd have left it.
Yeah, that one weren't very good. But Sam, in answer to your question, my favorite would be Spider-Verse.
That's my second favorite, obviously.
It's. Do you know what? I can't believe that they topped the first film for me. I think the first one is perfect. I really didn't think they'd be able to top it, but for me, they did somehow.
Yeah, it was like I was so at the end of the movie. I was just like,
yeah,
like I just wanted more. I was like,
yeah. You know that the film's like excellent when you're thinking that at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Tyler said, "I saw Fast X and maybe controversial. I really loved it." Fair enough. Each to their own, of course.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I do you know what? I didn't mind the first half of it. It was kind of like, this is better than 9. And I really liked the bit with the bomb rolling around the city. It was stupid, but it was fun. And I think the film doesn't, the problem for me was the film didn't take a minute to slow down. So about an hour into it, I was like, I'm really worn out now.
Yeah. It's like they are literally taking the name Fast, and that is what the film is. It's non-stop. It's just action from start to finish, and you're left like, whoa.
Yeah.
Pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, 100%. T Shizzle is here. Hello, mate. Good to have you here.
How you doing, mate? You okay? Hope you well.
Felix says, "Are you excited for James Gunn taking over the DC universe?" Yeah, absolutely. It can't be worse, surely.
No, it can't be. I've got faith.
And it's quite interesting. Sam's next question, I'm going to move straight on to this one because it's, what do you prefer, Guardians 3 or the Suicide Squad? Carrying on with some James Gunn talk here.
Yeah, Guardians 3. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with the Suicide Squad, you know. But they're both 4 stars on Letterboxd. I give them both 8 out of 10s. They are like this. I just I just think it comes down to, and it's unfair, but it comes down to the fact that I've seen the Suicide Squad like 4 or 5 times. I feel very familiar with that film. So maybe in a year, I will say Guardians 3 when I've watched it a few more times.
Yeah, that's it. I think, the thing about liking movies and stuff, it's opinions, isn't it? And, it's, I think, how we receive a film. It's like I described it before. Never, ever would I thought I'd be sitting there feeling so emotionally drawn into these CGI characters. So it's like, for me, like, I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
That's the weirdest thing. I never thought that I'd be getting really emotional over a talking raccoon.
Yeah. And I think that is what it is. It's it stems from obviously James Gunn, but Bradley Cooper, he was the main part of that movie for me, and he was so good. And the villain as well was so much better than Kang.
Oh yeah,
like,
so much better.
I just thought he was great. He was so good.
I think other than like Rodan in the first one, even though I loved the first movie, I think the Guardians have had quite good villains. I really liked Ego in the last one as well.
Yeah.
And what was his name in this one? The villain.
He's like the creator or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I've forgotten his name already. He was the villain in the game as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, he was really cool. The Guardians have had pretty good track record on their villains. Because I know Marvel struggle a little bit sometimes on their villains. But the Guardians have done pretty well. Will Wood says Movie Bug is made when Movie Bug doesn't upload. How many movies do you own on Blu-ray? Oh god. Do you know what? I don't know about you, but I wouldn't even want to know the answer to that question.
Nope. Nope. Too many. Too many films.
That is the only answer.
Yeah. Like my floor, so to set up for the stream, I had to put my chair in it. Like this side of the room, the floor was covered. I've had to move them all out because I need to buy another one of these to put like on this wall here. Like you can't see the corner wall. I'm gonna extend it all out, but
see, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got one more shelf down here that's sort of free because I had a massive move about 6 weeks ago. I managed to get another shelf through. But after that, I don't know what I'm going to do because all these movies, I was happy. The movies that I moved into my hall, I was quite happy to do so with because they were movies that I still wanted to own, but they're just not my favorite films. Like those 2 Mark Wahlberg Transformers films, for example, went out there. I like Transformers, so I kind of wanted to keep them, but they're not my favorite. So I was happy for things like that to go out there.
Yeah.
But these movies I all really love, so I don't really want to move any of them about. And this is a problem when you still live with your parents, I guess. You've got it all stuck in one room.
You know what? It doesn't change. No. I've got my own place with my girlfriend, and literally, I think we're going to change the rooms around a little bit. I'm going to move this stuff into the other room.
Oh, that sounds like a task.
There's a little bit more space, so I can put another shelf up. And I've got Funko Pops everywhere as well.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. You think that's how I think as well. Like if I move that there and then move that there, that will give me that row for another 10 Blu-rays.
And that's what we've got to do. It's crazy, but that is what we've got to
do. So Damon asks, do you have a cinema subscription or do you buy the tickets separately? I think we're both. You said you're Cineworld as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Unlimited.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. So I've got the same. Have you been there for more than a year? Have you got the black card?
Oh, 2012.
Oh wow, you've been on it a long time.
Yeah.
Could you go beyond the black card? Have you got like another one?
No, I mean, I'm at the point now where I go in, and some of the staff, like if there's any new staff or I go like to another town, they're looking at me and they're like, is this you on the picture? Because I am literally like, I don't even know. Like 2012, I was very young. But yeah, red card, then a black card, and then I've had the same black card ever since.
Yeah, well, I've been on it since 2017, so I've been on it a while now myself. Not that long, but it's funny.
Definitely worth it.
Oh yeah, it's so. I think because I sort of got into going to the cinema 2016ish, like going to see loads of films. I think I dread to think how much money I spent in 2016. So it just made sense to get the card. You only have to see 2 films a month, and you've made your money.
Yeah, exactly. And there's, like we were saying earlier, there's so many movies. I think I've got a secret screening tomorrow. I've got No Hard Feelings on Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it looks hilarious. And then also we've got Indie. There's a film coming out, Gran Turismo. That's coming out like 2 weeks.
I mean, as people know, I'm a big racing fan, so I'm quite looking forward to watching that one.
Yeah, so there's so many films out. It's 2 a month. It's so worth paying it. It really is.
Yeah, no, 100%. And you get the unlimited, the secret screenings, and you get 10, and then 20% off your food and drink.
Yeah,
so you really do get your money's worth for it.
Yeah.
Where are we at here? Oh, Cameron says nice Squidward shirt.
Thanks. Just H&M.
Yeah. Have you pre-ordered that beautiful Scream 6 on 4K exclusive to HMV, which includes art cards and an O-ring slip?
I haven't.
What's an O-ring slip? Is that just a normal slip? Is that what that is?
I'm pretty. It's like the Smile on 4K that got 2 slips. There was a regular one with like the poster, and then there was like a HMV exclusive one. So I think it's that. But they're now doing art cards with them as like another incentive to buy it. He's like, buy it, and we'll give you some art cards. So it's like, I mean, it looks nice actually, to be fair.
I keep waiting for them to do like a 4K bulk set, but I just never want to do it for some reason. I see there's a 6-film Blu-ray collection up for pre-order, but no 4K.
No, it's so weird with HMV as well. I mean, it's a bit of a hack if anyone's watching, but because Outlook is so like easy to make an email address, I simply make an email address and I refer myself to get 10% off every pre-order that I do.
Oh, really? That's not a bad idea to be.
And then once I pre-ordered it, I just go onto that account, deactivate, and then it's done. Do you know what I mean? So but it used to be 20% for a while, and it was so good. Yeah. And then they've just changed it down to 10%, but it's still better than nothing. So
definitely. No, if you can get some money off, go for it. But no, I don't know. I don't think I'll get that. I only own the regular free film collection with Scream. I don't think I'll get that. I wanted to do the same with Halloween, to get the newer free films in a collection on 4K, but they just didn't do it.
No.
I wasn't too upset in the end though, because I really hated that third Halloween film. So, but I was still a bit like
so bad as well.
Yeah, I was so upset in the cinema because I actually quite liked Kills.
Yeah, me too.
Because it was like loads of Michael killing people, and then this one just done the complete opposite, and I just really didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, big letdown.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Slipknot says, I'll definitely see Kraven. I love those solo villain films. Fair enough. I thought you were being serious, but your next comment says, hopefully Morbius shows up. I feel like now you're being sarcastic. Maybe not. I don't know. T Shizzle says he's subscribed. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. I thought Mission Impossible 2 was terrible. It just so happens it's the lowest rated in the franchise. Look, I like Mission Impossible 2. I think it's fine, but it's the weakest one for sure. Okay, this is an interesting one. What do you think of Romeo and Juliet? I think it wasn't bad, but wouldn't watch it again. It's one of my dad's favorite films. Have you seen Romeo and Juliet?
I think I have. I think years and years and years ago. I don't even want to know how old I was when I watched that. You're young, but I can't even remember it. I know obviously it's an animated film, but
I was the same. I saw it when I was really young, and I kind of enjoyed it. I think there's a second one, isn't there? Sherlock Gnomes, pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
And it's Johnny Depp who voices him, I think, isn't it, or something?
That's insane.
Yeah. I didn't mind Romeo and Juliet. Long time ago. Played Tenno Guy Pete. He was here, probably not anymore, because we're about 40 minutes behind on the comments. And T says I got Pearl on Blu-ray, which just got released today. Very nice. I mean, I have got X because it was very kindly sent to me. But I'm hoping when Maxine's out, there'll be a nice little set with all three in, which I can pick up.
On 4K. Hopefully. I can throw out my Blu-ray.
Yeah. I mean, mine was...
Give away.
Yeah, so mine was very kindly sent to me. So I'll probably give it away as well. Send it to someone. But yeah, no, a lovely 4K set would be lovely. I loved X, and I didn't like Pearl. I know I liked Pearl, but I didn't love it on first watch because I illegally watched it. I'll admit, because it didn't look like it was coming out in the UK.
Oh no, yeah, weird. Yeah, it took ages.
Yeah, and then I went to see it in cinema when one of my friends went did come out, and I really connected with it on the big screen. Like, really enjoyed it a lot more than I did the first time.
Yeah, it's a really good film. I'm looking forward to Maxine as well. Yeah.
Yes, so am I. It's set after this one, isn't it?
Yeah, got Halsey in it as well, so.
Oh, nice.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay. Yeah.
What video game are you looking forward to? I mean, Spider-Man's the only one I know of this year.
Yeah, Spider-Man. I might get Assassin's Creed as well, but I think Spider-Man is going to be such a big game. The map is much bigger as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Platinum games as well, so I think I'll be playing that for a long time.
Yeah, I don't really Platinum games much, but I think the Insomniac ones are really good games to Platinum because they make it quite not easy but doable. Whereas some games it's ridiculous to get the Platinum trophy. But yeah, no, I think Spider-Man's the only one. I actually did buy a new game on the weekend called Anno 1800, which like no one has ever heard of. So I've been enjoying that. I see Turbo Man in the background. I never knew there were figures available from Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
That is really cool, actually.
Yeah. I think that they are still available now. It was like when they came out, they were so exclusive. Like they were selling. Yeah, they were selling for double the money, and then like I walk into my local now, and it's just they keep them behind the till, but it's just sat behind the till, and I'm like, it's so weird because I just picture Arnie like he's gonna like run past me and shove me to the floor. Like, such a good film.
I actually love that movie. I try to watch it every Christmas.
Yeah, without a doubt, so good.
Yeah, it is a good one. We've got 5 minutes left, guys. By the way, not too far off the bottom of the comments. I don't know if we'll get there. We'll have a go. I think the sleeping point for me is that the fact that Rhino's in the trailer for Kraven. There we go. I'm going to be curious to see what he looks like. Selling point, man.
I kind of had a feeling just because, I mean, Kraven the Hunter, Rhino. You know.
Yeah, I'd already heard he was in it because they showed a trailer at Comic-Con, didn't they? And everyone was raving that the Rhino's transformation looks really cool in the trailer, apparently. Whether it's in this trailer or not.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, I've heard the transformation looks really cool. Empire of Light was filmed at Isles of Thames in Kent.
Yeah.
Don't know since I'm not from the UK. Well, I can't even say it right. But
no, I've never been, but no, it's yeah.
I've been to Kent, but I don't think I've been there. And Cameron says Toy Story 2 is his favorite in the series. I think I'm 1, but 2's great.
Yeah, 2's amazing.
Yeah, honestly, I think the first 3 are all like top tier, and I really don't think 4's that far behind either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you like Avatar 2? I really like that one, to be honest. I like both movies equally.
Yeah. I think they're both great movies. Cannot wait to get them on 4K as well. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I really liked Avatar 2. I did. I think, again, I gave it 4 stars on my Letterboxd. It's just incredibly beautiful looking movie. I just wish the story was a little bit more different to the first one. Felt a little bit too similar at times.
Yeah. I'm not happy that the last one's coming out in like years. Like, we're gonna be so old.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, my mate said it to me. Like we were like, when was the first one? Was it 2009?
Something like that. Yeah.
So I was born in 97, so I would have been 12 when the first one came out.
Yeah.
And by the time the last one comes out, I'm going to be in my 30s.
Yeah. Well, I was 97 as well, so it's one of those. It's like, it's just gonna be nuts. Like,
yeah, it is. Yeah. It is so weird to think that, but hey, I mean, I remember seeing I vaguely remember seeing Revenge of the Sith in cinema, and it's like, I'll be seeing Star Wars films up to the day I die, I'm sure. So.
Yeah. 2005. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Right, we'll do one more question. And I'm going to bring this one up here, even though there's a lot of respect for the Turbo Man stuff going on here from Jay. And I'm going to bring Scott's question up here to end on. Have a feeling. Well, it's not really a question. Well, it sort of is. Have a feeling the unlimited screening tomorrow will be Elemental. Are you guys excited if it is?
Yeah. I think it's obviously unusual for Disney to do that if it is, but I've got a feeling it could be that or Asteroid City, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's between those two. Yeah, I mean, I love Pixar. I thought the trailer was good.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it when they do this sort of stuff. The trailers gave me very Soul vibes in terms of its theme, with a bit more comedic twist on it. But I like the animation style. It reminded me a bit of Luca, like the old comic, like newspaper comic book thing, where the mouths sort of like rise up on one side, their faces and stuff. So, yeah, no, it's going to be an interesting film.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what tomorrow's film is, but it could be that. It could be. Have to wait and see.
Yeah. Pixar don't miss very often. I know they have a couple in the back half of their career. In their later films, they've had a couple misses, but it's still kind of rare.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll wrap things up there. It's 9:00. Thank you for coming on, mate. It's been an absolute blast finally getting to do a stream with you. It's well overdue.
Oh no, yeah. I just want to say thanks for having me on it. I know I reached out, but it's just great to have finally come on.
Honestly, it's an absolute pleasure. I've been meaning to ask you to come on anyway, so it's great that we finally did get to do it.
it's just like it's so cool because I started my channel not long after lockdown, and I watch you in lockdown, and it's just it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's weird to think that I've been doing it that long now.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's a fun hobby. It's
inexpensive.
Yeah. It is an expensive hobby. That's for sure. Yeah. It's a fun hobby, and it's fun. I love coming on here and interacting with like people like yourself on the streams, and then everyone in the comments. It's always a great time, and everyone's always so pleasant. So
yeah, I hope all the viewers have enjoyed it as well.
Yes, no, absolutely. Well, again, anyone watching now, anyone watching on a playback, there's a link to Aiden's channel in the description, so make sure you go give him a subscribe.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes, thank you, and I'll see you guys. I don't know when the next one is. I think it's in like 3 weeks because I'm away. So yeah, but anyway, we'll be back at some point for another one. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you later.